Today we're going to look at how to start off with Kintraks Animal Breeder. So this is just a basic guide to get you started. There's a much more comprehensive guide in the help file online, and all you need to do is click the help button up here to open that. So we'll presume you've downloaded the program and installed it for the first time, and you've registered it. So your name is appearing in the registration window here, and also when you click help and about, you'll see your name on that window as well. So the first thing to do is create a database to put our records in. So start by clicking the new button, give your database a name, for example dogs. Use whatever species name, it doesn't have to be very complicated. When you click OK, you'll notice that your list of databases contains that dogs file. And the database location here, if you click on that, will open an Explorer window, and you can see there the file dogs.cax, which is your database file. Okay, we'll close that now. So we've created our database. We click on dogs, and the first message says that we need to set up the database with some important information. So each time you create a database, you can have a different lot of settings. So it's possible to create as many databases as you like for all different species and have a different setup for each one. So we'll click OK, and you'll notice that the settings window opens. Now you can open this window at any time by clicking settings up the top here. And basically, just to get us going, we're only going to fill in the most basic information. So you can see the red fields must be filled in. So we have a country, so let's just put Australia for now. And the animal, we're going to choose dog. Now if you breed something that's not on this list, that's fine, you can just click other and type in whatever you like. But all these ones here come with a default setup, which is helpful. So we can click autofill now, and that will suggest fields and characteristics that go particularly with a dog. So we go yes, and it puts the names and things like that, and you'll notice on these other tabs that certain information is pre-filled. So it's a good idea just to check all that and make sure it's what you want. And then we click save. So our settings have been saved, and we want to add a new dog. So when we click yes, it's going to allow us to do that. Anytime you want to add an animal, you use the add button up the top here. So I'll just close that and click add, and this add record window will come up. Just for simplicity, I'm going to use the names of the Simpsons, because that way we can see how the different family relates. So we're just going to type in Bart here, and he's a male or a dog. Again, only the red things need to be filled in at the moment. And Bart is one of my dogs, so I'm just going to click I am the owner here to start with. The rest, for example, the custom fields and things, are the names that were on the settings form that we just saved before, but we'll get to that later. And we click save, and it says, do you want to add another record with similar details? So I'm just going to click no now, because there's an easier way to enter pedigrees. So we notice that now on our list, in our search, we've got Bart, and when we click on Bart, in the first tab, which is the dog tab, we can see a little bit of information about him. We didn't enter a date of birth or anything like that, so we might go back and do that. So I'm going to double click, and the date of birth, you enter it in your format, which is in your systems for your computer. If you move your mouse over this, you will see an example of the format. So in this case, in Australia, I'll just do it again, you can see it's the day, then the month, then the year, in that format. So we just enter 10th of November, say 2002. Okay. The other way of entering a date is to click on the date picker, and you can type it in there in Windows, or you can choose it this way. It's a little bit harder. If you want to change months, you might have to do it like that. To change years, etc. So for things that happened a long time ago, it's usually better just to type it in. If you're not sure when he was born, you can click estimated, estimate, and we'll just say that he's 6 years old and 2 months as a guess, and we'll save. So now you can see his date of birth has been calculated. He's 6 years old and 2 months, and it's a little thing there tells us it was an approximate. So we've got Bart. Now to enter his parents and things like that, we can double click on this and enter parents down the bottom here where it says father and mother. We can click new and create records for the parents like that. Or an easier way is to go along these tabs and click the tree button. Now this is going to be Bart's family tree, and you can see all we've created is Bart. If we right click on that and create new sire and father, and we'll just put Homer, and because it knows it's the father, it's already filled the sex in, and we save, we can see that the pedigree is updated with Homer. We do the same and choose his mother, so Marge, and save, and you can see we're building it now. So right click on Homer, put his father, I don't know, it says Abe I think, something like that, and you can see it's building that way. So all you do is just right click and add animals that way, like say that, and you can see it's working its way along. And each time we add a record, it's adding it to our list here. Males are in blue, females are in like dark pink. Okay. The search, generally the simple search, if you click in this box here, it will show you all records. You can filter it down a little bit. For example, my animal, remember we used Bart's status as I am the owner. So I might own Bart, but all these other records are in my database, so I can use them for pedigrees and things like that. So to just get a short list of your animals, you can just click that. The other tab here is filters. It allows you to sort by a lot of other things. All records, and sex is, okay, so that's showing the females, that's showing the males. You know, but you can mess around with that later. It's a great way to group things together. Okay, so we've created our pedigree. Now we can click on pedigree up the top here. First of all, we choose a name, so we'll choose Bart pedigree, and this is our pedigree builder, and you'll notice it has templates down the side here of a couple of different designs. Now these are just starting points. Don't worry if they don't look that great. You use them to create your own personal ones. So you make changes using these buttons up here, and then you save it as your own template, and it'll appear on this list here. And when you've done that, you can print, or you can make a PDF file of it like that. So you can see it's the same, and it'll print the same as well.